Hey guys, and how are we doing? So in this video I'm going to be teaching you on how best you can hit up to 500 pips in a single trade in the Forex market. My name is Trader Major from pouvez-vous online services. If this is your first time on this channel, I say a big welcome, and if this is not your first time, I say welcome back. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on amazing videos coming your way. So in a bit to be jumping into business for the day. So welcome back. As I said earlier, I'm going to be teaching you on how best you can hit up to 500 pips in a single trade in the Forex market. And is this possible? Yes, it's possible. So first of all, we'll be looking at our risk warning. And our risk warning says that trading leverage products such as Forex carry a high degree of risk, and trade will not be responsible for any loss incurred. You may need to screenshot this and just read through it so you get a proper brief idea of what the risk warning says. So jumping in back to our charts, which is the business of the day. Is 500 pips in the Forex market possible? Trust me, yes, it's possible. Something that I've seen on my end, and we've seen here at pouvez-vous online services. We've seen a couple of times. It's possible to hit up to 500 plus pips in the Forex market. And honestly, there's a simple secret. And what's the simple secret? I'll be revealing it to you shortly. So 500 pips may seem something that is like, wow, is that possible? 500 pips, one trade. Are you really serious for it? And it's something that some traders, we've seen quite a number of traders do. And here's the secret. The secret is the power of higher time frames. Yes, the power of higher time frames. So a trader that is a day trader may just hit on an average day. You have 60 pips, 40 pips, 50 pips, 80 pips in a day, and a trader with a scalper could just be looking for 20-25 pips and get out of the market. And a trader who is a swing trader or a long-term trader could hold up to 1,000 pips and is still holding and still holding and still holding. So the power actually is in the power of higher time frames, and I'm just going to be showing you how best you can analyze this higher time frame, or how you can make use of this higher time frame to catch those 500, 600, 700 pips, because it's an amazing way. It's sometimes an amazing way to always just start your day or make some money from the Forex market. So this with me, I have a GBP USD chart, and if I want to catch 500 pips, or I'm looking to catch 500 pips in the Forex market, I won't just be going to my 30 minutes or 15 minutes to look for an entry. No. I'll be looking at the higher time frame, like the daily, the weekly, the monthly. Yeah, some people trade on the monthly to look up to catch those high pips coming my way. So the first thing you would do is first of all, just marking out your zones or your regions, or some particular zones that you see market as respected, and you just be expecting market to just come back or make some move or make some rejection towards that zone. Okay, so we have zones like we have a zone like this, we have a zone like this. Okay, we have those zones all marked out, and on your end you will just mark it out and just be expecting price to come back and make those rejection, and you just jump in those moves and hold till hit those 500 pips. So first of all, before hitting 500 pips, I would advise you always set a realistic take profit. You don't want to be in a condition where you know that the market is going to reverse, but because you just want to hit that 500 pip, you would hold and the market reverse and you're in loss, and you're like, I want to hit that 500 pip. Always set a realistic take profit. Okay, that's a simple sniper tip. Always set a realistic take profit. And the first thing you would do is this is a daily. I would go on to like a weekly time frame and just analyze that. Oh yes, on this, from starting from we've seen from 24th of May 2021, the market has been on this down impulsive move to the downside up to almost a year now. Yes, almost a year. The market has been more than a year actually. The market has been on that down move. So I can really see now that market is on the down move from a weekly time frame. So I'll be looking for selling opportunities if I want to catch those 500 pips. So I go to my daily. And I've marked out my zones. I've marked out my zones. I look for potentials where I'm seeing where price is respecting. I think I can see some somewhat of a trend line here, okay, and we can see some good trend line here, and yes, market just respecting the zone. So we've marked out your zone, and imagine this is part of this is inside because I've seen, but let's say I was right here. I have price here, which is 10th of 12th of August 2021. Okay, I've seen markets respect this to make this two highs respected it with the trend line. I would have drawn out my trend line already by 30th of September or by 1st of October, and I'll be looking for a third retest, which is around here. By the same October it happened, so I would have been looking for a retest here on my daily time frame. Okay, so I would have marked out that trend line already, and this point something I'll be looking for. And if I just pull out I measure the peep from here, and I was just targeting, I just wanted to hold because market was in a long downtrend, and I just held all the way to here already. This was already 426 pips because this was the previous low, and I just hold to the previous low. Okay, and I am out of that trade already, and I see market come again and respect that trend line again, and I will now take another trade again and hold all the way. I know I discovered this was the previous low, so I hold all the way to this previous low, and this is already I think this was all the way to the previous low. Yes, we have 517, 519 pips already, just because of the power of the higher time frame. So this is a simple way to catch 500 plus pips in the market, understanding the power of the higher time frame. And another thing is that higher time frame users are those with large account size, like you have $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $10,000, $5,000. Those are instances you see people using the higher time frame to enter trades. But you having a $50, $100 account, can you take advantage of this? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's a power also of having what we call a low risk entry, or low very 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 precise entry, having accuracy in your entries. There's with those kind of entries, I'm looking for a way we can get something. With those kind of entries, you can take advantage of those trades. Okay, and this is something that we teach in our professional course here at Forex online services. We have a professional course that teaches you how to make this precise entry with very 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 little lot size stop losses. Like we have traders or students making stop losses of like 5 pips, 8 pips, 10 pips, 15 pips. So even with a small lot size, you can catch those very long moves, because you just have the power of a very very small stop loss. Okay, so with a very very small account, you can catch those amazing pips. So for example, with if I was taking a trade with some of our strategy, I think I would have seen a trade around this zone. I would have seen a very very precise trade around this zone. Okay, and this is something that we would see our students catching to. And a small account, you would have just been risking very very let me take a sample. You would have just been risking just up to just a very small. Okay, to get it precise, this would have been a trade entry. This is 23 pips. This is even quite large to some extent for our students, okay, for what we do. And you would have been able to catch. You could have just take that trade and ride it all the way to down, and you can catch those 500 pips already. You ride it all the way to down. Okay, I think this is even a 471 pip already, and you just have risked a very very small 23 pip. That's 1:20. So with $100, you can take this kind of trade, and a good lot size, you can take the kind of trade. And this is something that we train our students to see clearly, to spot this kind of setups in the market accurately without stress. Okay, and would your stop loss have been hit? No, it wouldn't have, because it would just be here and trade just comes all the way and just moves and hits your take profit. Okay, so this is something we train our students to see in our professional course. You want to join, the link will be in the description. So back to the what we are dealing on. It's possible to hit those 500 pips, 500 trades. So we have a power of the higher time frame, and there's patience. Okay, that's why most traders will say trading is 10% more patience than you actually trading, because you just need to hold and keep holding, and because you've analyzed overall, you know that market is in that direction. So trading in the right direction with the power of our time frame and with patience, you'll be hitting those 500 plus pips. So I think I've been able to clarify you on how best you can hit those 500 plus pips. I still remain your trader Meju from Pouvez-vous online services, and bye for now.